Do you have a great story idea? How would you know that it is going to be awesome? A brilliant idea will not always become a good story. Nobody can really see 1 or 2 years ahead and know how the story will turn out. For an idea to come to full fruition, it must be strong enough to set the tone, theme, and setting of the story. This is especially important for the indigenous and local writers who plan to write in English. You don't have to plan too much around details when you are writing in your own dialect, because those who can read in the language will know your customs well enough to fill in the blanks. Readers who read in English, on the other hand, might not know your culture, so you must have a clear theme and setting to help them along. In this video, I will share a few tricks I often use to decide if I am willing to see a story through to the end. You know, spend the next 2 years working on it. First, I write a 200 to 500 word fairy tale about my idea. This will help me see if I have a strong beginning, middle, and end. It will also help me know who my main characters are. This way, I will not get diverted by the minor characters that I add later on when I am writing the full manuscript. If a minor character does divert me, I will consider writing a separate book about him or her. One of the dangers of writing in the setting of your own culture is that you try to add too many stuff into your manuscript. So this short fairy tale will actually help you focus only on the part of the custom that is most important to your story. So, how do you fatten up a 500-word story into a 70 to 80,000 word novel? My favorite method is to ask what-if questions. So secondly, the what-if questions will help you create subplots that move the story along. For example, my heroine comes down with a fever, so I ask, what if she lost her way in a dream? How will she get back? The answer to this will depend a lot on how much I know about the folklore and superstition of my people. For example, I can send an Iban shaman to the dream world to retrieve her soul, or I can get a Melanau musician to guide her back to the world of the living with the beat of drums. In Iban woman's case, I made the gods in her dream world lead her back. But the other two ideas are not lost because I can always use them in a different story. I also use this technique when there are long stretches of nothing happening in between the scenes. If, for example, my short tale says, the family sails to Muka. This can be a journey of many days from the Rejang Delta. The reader needs more than descriptions of the view and sound of nature to entertain them for the trip. So maybe I might ask, what if a cobra follows one of them in his dream? A strange question? Not in my culture. The third one, it goes without saying that if you want to write indigenous or local literature, you must be familiar with that culture. Every culture is rich with its own stories and folklore, which is based on their own peculiar life philosophy. If you write from a standpoint of knowing because of experience, instead of imagining because of film or books, your story will stay relevant for a long time. You know what you have experienced. You can only imagine, via your own beliefs and philosophies, a life that you have never experienced. There are Iban readers out there who have said that my writing is tedious or boring or overburdened with purple prose. Some people don't like poetry, I guess, but I have yet to meet anyone who says that my novels are not Iban. Well, my final advice for this video is don't try to get feedback at the idea stage. At this point, only you can see the full vision. Like this drawing behind me. It says, I love stories. If this was my plot, then this is all anyone can see. I know some of you wonder at the beginning of the video why I would put up something so bland, boring, and ugly for my background of all things. Yeah? Nothing good can be said about it. Only I can see the penciled-in details. So, to protect your muse from this type of criticism, finish your manuscript first before you try to get feedback. Let's use this drawing as a little game between us. What do you think will be in here? What colors? What theme around all this empty space? You can even draw the same phrase, I love stories, and see what you come up with. Through this drawing, I am going to show you that my idea becomes clearer to everyone else as I add in more details. And when I finish it, then everyone will see what I can see now. So, good luck with your writing. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.